From the deep, dark reaches of Star Trek Online comes Nikodas, Tabitha, and Grebog with another episode of Fleet Action Report.
Hello, and welcome to Fleet Action Report, the show where we don't just play the game, but we teach you how to play the game. I'm the Admiral of Agony, Nikodas.
And I'm the Admiral of Adamantite, Grebog, computer-run program. FAR, episode 197, Deltas! Would you like to know more?
That was good.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter which one of us says this. Unfortunately, we have no Tabby tonight. She is traveling for an event that she has this weekend, and unfortunately, will not be here with us. So
I put that down lower. I called her the Admiral of Advancement. That's the only thing I could think of for science.
Personal.
I mean, you know, the Admiral of Adventure. She is adventuring out without us.
There you go. That's a good one. I will even change that in the notes. There we go. Did you mention coffee yet?
Yes, if you'd like to support us, obviously being here, liking us, following us, subscribing to us, or you can do that, or you can give us a free drink of coffee or something, you know, over at the coffee link. We also definitely go to YouTube. That is where all past episodes go and hang out once I get them edited and posted. Normally within 24 hours. Don't tell Twitch.
Not a whole lot of editing. He doesn't remove much.
Just the like before the intro and anything that's after the outro or out. Maybe that's what I need to do is create an actual outro for us.
Oh, there you go. So before we do Remember the Fallen, how's your week been?
My week has been very plunderful. For those that I've been doing, trying to finish up the Plunder Storm thing, and wow, I've noticed apparently the super tryhards are on playing the game roughly on a Sunday on weekends. When what I mean by tryhards, they're the ones that will chase you down from jump and try to kill you in the first 10 seconds. Which makes it not exactly that fun, in my opinion. But like last night and the night before, I did some plunder. I made it to 33. Last night I started at 22, made it all the way up to 33. I was getting a pretty good average. There were a couple times I had some people that wanted to go at it right at the jump, but for the most part, it was mostly the procrastinators that were winning the night. Which is, right now I have a guess of there are two groups going into Plunder Storm right now. You have the tryhards, the ones that want to come and PvP you to death from the get-go. And then you have all the procrastinators, all the people that really don't like the system and are just pushing through to get the rewards here at the end. Outside of that, let's see, did some threw some interesting curveballs at my Pathfinder group. I have plans there that they may figure some of it out, or they may make me alter my plans. I don't know. Sometimes I think I have plans for a game and story path, and then sometimes they have much better ideas than me, and we go that way. But yeah, Nikodas, how's your weekend? What have you been up to?
Well, I'm fighting asthma again, so that's always fun. The doc I see decided to refer me to a specialist, so now I have that to look forward to as well. That'll be fun. First time in my life I've been sent to a pulmonologist. I don't know. I need it. I need it. I know that. I've been sick a lot this year. But at the same time, you know, I'm kind of nervous about it. Fine. It is what it is.
I've been to a pulmonologist once, but that was more to get certified for a respirator.
I'm sure it will be fine. I'm sure they're very good at their job. It's just the idea of having to go to a special. It's like when I had to have surgery a couple years ago. Like my first time in my life, I have to go get surgery. I'm nervous. I don't really want to do it, but I got through it. Everything was fine. It's the same here. First time in my life being sent to a pulmonologist, even though I was born with asthma.
They're
It's
not as
just,
scary as their name makes them sound them to be.
I know. I'm sure it'll be fine, but it is what it is. Anyway, outside of my drama, gaming has been a lot of fun. I have finally made it to the actual last chapter of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Um, it's one of those things where I've thought I've been at the last chapter like 3 times now. But this time it really is the last chapter. The game even warned me, like, once you go past this point, you're done. Like, okay. So I need to go finish all my side quests and stuff, which is what I'm working on now. But that's been a fun ride. I'm still terrified that they're going to do something to one of the characters, and I don't want them to, but it's heavily been hinted at. And then I been playing STO, and that's pretty. I haven't even logged on WoW this week, so that's pretty much been it. I am prepping for a new D&D game that should be fun if I can get it off the ground, and trying to continue my older Spelljammer game, trying to get to a good stopping point so I can switch back to Star Wars. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So before we get to this week in STO, we have an announcement. I want to remember the fallen, and I'll ask for a moment of silence here in a minute. Fleet Action Report is saddened to report the passing of John G. Trimble, who passed away on the morning of April 19th. Now, John Trimble never appeared in a movie or show, so that's why if you don't recognize the name, that's why. So why are we bringing him up? Well, Mr. Trimble was the person who started the fan mail campaign that saved the original series when NBC originally canceled the show after 2 seasons. He was asking for fans to write letters to the studio to kind of petition the for the continuation of Star Trek, and it worked. They got enough letters that were mailed into NBC that Star Trek did receive a 3rd season. What that did is it gave the show enough episodes to move it into syndication. And once it was in syndication and they could run the reruns and all that stuff, it built the fan base into the phenomenon that we have now, which, it's grown into a total of 10 television series and 12 feature films, and there are more on the way. So I'm excited. I'm glad that he did that. I'm glad that his passion was able to help build the passion for all the rest of us. So a moment of silence for John G. Trimble, please. Okay, thank you very much. Grebog, you can move into This Week in STO.
Hey, guess what? The Delta Quadrant needs you. Still, you have until May 2nd to make your Delta recruits. This is on all platforms. Which that time is coming short. So if you haven't done it, you have until 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. normally Eastern, I think it is, or not Eastern, probably Pacific. I think it's normally 10 a.m. Pacific on Thursday, May 2nd. So for those that, I would say do it before Wednesday night. You just have to get the transponder device, it's a Tesseract communication receiver. Once you have that, you can take as long as you want to complete all of the rewards, challenges, and stuff. There is a special note to get all the account unlocks from the Delta recruits. You will need 3 of them total. That will be 1 basic Federation Delta recruit. So any Federation captain Delta, it starts out as Federation. Then 1 KDF character, like you start KDF from the get-go, and then you'll need 1 Romulan faction And it doesn't matter if you make Reman or Alien. Actually, it doesn't matter to do Alien on any of them, but it just matters which faction you start with. The Romulans, they all have basically different story arcs, and we'll get into all this. But basically, you just need one Romulan, and you can join either faction. It does not matter. It is identical both ways. Yeah, which we'll cover some of that.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it here in a minute. So the other thing is First Contact Day is still going on. You've got another week. So it started on the 11th and it ends on May 2nd. You need 14 days of progress to get the reward, which is a Photon Burst Rifle, a First Contact Day bundle, which is 1 spec point, 25,000 dill, and a launch toy rocket. Do we still get the spec point?
Yes. I got it. Did you not?
I've been getting experience.
Okay. It automatically gave me the spec point. It did not give me the item.
Oh, that's interesting.
It just flat out gave me the spec point. So when you go to claim this, make sure you're on the captain that you want your spec point spent on, or you will not get to an item that you can account wide give it to another captain. Trust me.
Because I've been running it on a character that is not maxed out on specializations, but it's still giving her the what is that, 150,000 experience, or 250,000 experience boost.
That daily box, you always will get the 150k thing, and yeah, you can technically run the event on all your captains, and that 150k experiment token or experience token you can get on each captain. That was what Tabby was talking about last week.
I gotcha. I misunderstood.
The big reclaim, the one for the event reclaim, like it shows you in this thing that you get 1 captain specialization point. It is not an item this time. It's not just
per character.
Well, it's also not per character. Normally, though, with the events, they give us that item that we can click on to give the spec point, and it's account bound, so you can shift it to another captain. This time, we're not getting that item. We are only getting basically 1 level's worth of experience, which gives us the spec point.
Now, the toys that you get out of that, the toy rocket and the holo-emitter, you can reclaim. Those are going to be under miscellaneous in your reclaim box. They're in here. Holo-emitter and the launch toy. If you want to put those on multiple characters. But the spec point and the dilithium is per character only. The Photon Burst Rifle you can also reclaim. That's going to be under ground equipment. So you go here and you'll have the burst rifle, and then, like I said, the toys are in the miscellaneous. Okay, I apologize for the confusion. That was on me. To get your daily progress, there are 2 TFOs you can run: Synthwave or the model rocket launch. Excuse me.
Oh, apparently Sav got the spec point as an actual item. I did not. It did not show. It just automatically gave it to me. It used it instantly, and I'm like, well, that's a shocker.
So 2 TFOs are the patrol, 1 Knight and Bozeman with 7 of 9, and then you're done. Okay, so let's move on to the primary target. And Grebog started talking about this a little bit. Now, our plan is to ramble over this real quick, and then we're going to run a mission that has an item for the deltas to find. And then we can show you how to do that and how to get the rewards. And then if we have time left over, we'll run the daily. So that's kind of our plan for today. So I'm just going to start by going over some of the general stuff. This is going to be relatively quick. So Delta Recruits. Delta Recruits came out with the Iconian expansion, and it was kind of a way to help the races prep for the Iconian War. So in essence, your character meets himself from the future. This happens in the tutorial, and you are actually the one that gives yourself the Tesseract device. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Tesseract communications receiver. You hand that to yourself. And then you go around and you complete the missions, and the missions that where you go and find these little deltas that we're going to show you give you some additional Iconian lore or bits of information that will help your faction prep for the Iconian War. As Grebog talked about, some people say to get 4, you do not need 4, you need 3. You need a 2409 Federation character, a 2409 Romulan character, which is the only option for the Romulans, and a 2409 Klingon. Something to talk about here very, very briefly. The Federation has 2 other factions built within it. You have the Discovery Federation and you have the original series Federation. If you make one of those characters, you cannot be a Delta. So it has to be a 2409 Federation captain. Most of the races in the game are of that faction. So if you play Acacian, if you unlocked the Ferengi or the Klingons or the Talaxians, all of those are going to be 2409. You'll know you're going to pick one of the others because it tells you, like when you click on it, it'll show like the TOS uniform, it will show the Discovery uniform. You'll know. The Klingons do have a Kelvin universe KDF character. However, it is a subset of the basic Klingon and still counts as a 2409 character. As a matter of fact, the Delta character I am on right now is one of those factions. He is a Kelvin timeline. No, I'm sorry. He's a same difference. He's a Discovery Klingon. That's why his forehead looks weird and his neck looks weird. So he's a Discovery Klingon, but it's the same thing. It's a subset of the basic KDF. So even though he's from a different timeline, you can still run him as a Delta recruit. So there you go. The Kelvin timelines, just to clarify, that was my bad again. The Kelvin is a costume unlock that you get from the Lobby store, where you can turn your Klingon into a Kelvin Klingon with the little weird head ridge decoration, jewelry, or the special outfit. And again, that can still be a Delta recruit if that's what you want. It just requires the Lobby. And then the Romulans only have the one faction. They don't have any, Discovery Romulans or TOS Romulans. It's just all Romulan Republic, and you're good to go. The reason that you want to make one of each, though, is to get all the unlocks, all the account-wide unlocks. So there are 4 story arcs unique to Starfleet. There are 5 story arcs unique to the KDF, and there are 6 story arcs unique to the Romulan Republic. And each of those gives account-wide unlocks for the Delta recruits. Let me show you what I mean real quick.
Oh, so I got up the screen that I put together that shows all 4 of the different. If you were to make 4, you can see here, like they have the episodes. Like Federation has their own set of episodes. KDF has their own set of episodes. It all merges together when you get to the Romulan mystery. Well, yeah. It all comes together. You can see there, like right before the Cardassian struggle. For the Romulans, it says freedom, but I believe Federation and KDF, it's Romulan mystery.
It is, yeah. Which means my numbers were wrong there, or they've changed it. Because I have down that the KDF has 5, but as I'm looking here, they have 4. Empire, Warzone, Vigilance, and Fakiri Return.
And while it shows a different icon for KDF and Federation Romulans, for the allies, it's because whenever you pick an ally, they put the icon for the faction you pick. It is essentially the same, and it gives you the same credits no matter which faction you pick. I believe the actual episodes are all the same. It's just the icon changes based off of which faction you pick, which is what my note is. The KDF and Fed Romulans have identical reward packages, so you only need to complete one of those to get all of them for your account from that section.
Correct. Okay. Some notable rewards, and I'll double check the Starfleet and Romulan Republic, since I was wrong on the KDF, or they've moved stuff around, and I'll get it fixed for the notes to be posted with this episode. So a few notable rewards: you can get the USS Voyager Admiralty card. You get a total of 1,800 choice of marks, along with 1,200 fleet marks. You get the Temporal Negotiator, which is a clickable that you can reduce your tactical bridge officer cooldowns if you need extra cooldown reduction. And the Paradox Connector, which is an AoE ground self-res. So, and you can even do it if you get knocked out. I throw that on every captain I have, just because it's so neat. If you and your away team get knocked down, you can press a button, everybody pops back up. It's really cool. And then to get all of the rewards, let me pull up, let's see, Kobali Crisis. Where is that? That Delta Quadrant? Okay.
Delta.
So one of the requirements is you have to complete the Delta Quadrant story arc. You only have to do this on one character to get the account-wide unlocks. But as you can see, as you're scrolling through this, the only thing is this right here. It sends you to the Kobali front. And then as soon as that's done, it will send you to capture the flag. The Kobali front actually has 3 separate groups of ground missions. It is Kobali Crisis Acts 1, 2, and 3, and you get this from the general that is you meet when you do this breadcrumb. So the Kobali front is a breadcrumb. You go to the planet service, you talk to the general, boom, you're done. The game will try to immediately send you to capture the flag. But in order to get the rewards, you have to do those 3 ground missions, even though they're not in this list.
People used to think it was bugged because they checked off everything, the entire episode or arc. They just never ran all of the crisis stuff because, and so they thought it was bugged, and that's why they weren't getting the completion credit. Turns out that no, there's an unspoken completion that you have to do. I wish they would have made it more clear. In my opinion,
at one point in time, it was, because the Crisis Acts 1, 2, and 3 were in the Delta Quadrant list. You could go here to this list, and they would be here in front of you. The first one was right here after the Kobali front, and then I think it was every other. Then you'd run Capture the Flag, and then run 2, and then the Dragon's Deceit, and then run 3. Like, it was in stages because it's telling a story.
Yeah.
But at some point in time, when they decided to squish the amount of missions in the arcs, they took those out, but they never adjusted the Tesseract.
So if you're confused on why you're not getting credit for the Delta Quadrant, make sure you go to the Kobali front and run the 3 Crisis Act.
Yep. Okay. And like I said, we're going to run an episode here, Spoils of War, just to show how you find these deltas and how you claim the rewards. Are you ready, sir?
I am ready.
Okay, I'm beginning. And I would also like to point out that your ship is bigger than mine.
And I painted it with the snake skin or something like that.
The Romulan ships are just massive. I mean, here I am in a Kelvin universe D7, and as we know, everything is bigger in the Kelvin universe. But you're still bigger. Don't mind me. I'm in a weird mood. Fighting asthma does that.
Thanks for the assistance.
I believe the delta in this one is at the end, so we are going to have to run the whole mission.
Yeah, I think it's in the space station area. the base.
Ooh, I just realized I need to redo this character's bars. This is bad.
And now you will never locate our base.
We'll never find their base. It's so hard. Where could it be? Maybe there's like some small moon.
Right nearby. That sensors will lead us right to. You know, you used to have to do more in this mission too. That was another thing they changed. Way back in the day, you had to. There were 3 moons that you had to scan to try and locate the base, and you had to get really close because they were shielded. Nope, not anymore. Now you can scan it from halfway across the map.
I probably should eventually get a real build on this ship.
Ooh, I need to adjust this build. This is bad. Goes to show you how much I play this character.
I don't. Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, I really don't play this character much, so I haven't bothered with the. Yeah.
I'm trying to do. This was one of my early attempts at a torpedo build, and yeah, it's rough. Actually, we just did a torpedo build, so I wonder how much of that will port over. Yeah, that's fine. I think this is a character that's using the staff weapon, too. Yep, sure enough.
Oh no, I was supposed to. There it is. That's the weapon I was wanting to fire or have right off the bat. Don't mind photons are being fired up here.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I need to reclaim that real quick.
Take a photon to the face, buddy.
Oh, there we go. That'll be fun.
The orb is mine. You will never have it.
What? What was that?
What?
The blue like, I don't know. It looked like toroids, a blue toroidal thing.
I think it's the warp bubble.
Ah. You have a warp bubble?
I do? Oh, come on. Yeah, what is it? I got temporal hack, micro generator drone. There it is. Warp bubble ruptures. Deals radiation damage. It's apparently a Terran. It came with the Terran environmental suit.
Interesting.
Which I don't remember how I got that.
Okay. So there you can see the Delta thing is right here.
Through the building and everything. Just called for a strike.
Before you pick up the final thing and the end of this, you need to make sure to do the Delta. because we've had it bug out. If you have a temporal recruit, there's something in this room as well. And yeah.
Who knows who brought this to?
Temporal, I think, is at one of these consoles in the back over here.
But make sure it checks it off. The temporal one it's in the corner. There's an anomaly in the corner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
So
now we can lower force field.
All the missions that have a delta, you'll see this symbol. They can be kind of tricky to find. There's one that's kind of hidden by a planet, but you have to look for it. Like you're doing a space battle, and it's real easy to overlook during the battle. You have to kind of fly off to the side after the fight to.
Well, the first one, for Romulans, when you're on Veranoth, I think it is, it's hidden underneath a giant sewer pipe on an area that you aren't going to run to.
Most of the ones that were super difficult to find have been removed over the years. Or the missions that they were in, like the Kuvama, like that one was awful to find. And then the one on one of the Frozen missions, one of the Breen missions, like it had random spawn points, so you basically had to check the whole map, but the map was massive. But that one got removed too.
And all of them give more lore on what's going on, what's to come. Like Personal Log, the True Way soldiers don't know anything about the Iconians, and I think it's best to keep it that way. But yeah, it's basically more lore about what's going on.
It could have been the new link.
Oh, you know what? These photon things do kinetic damage. I bet this would be awesome against the Borg.
We ready?
Yeah, we're good.
Well, yeah, make sure it checks off the box before you do like the final talk and beam out type thing. Because if there's no way coming back except for replaying the mission.
And that's your Delta recruits and an. Oh wait, show them where to claim it.
We are approaching the Badlands. I would be alone. Looks like I arrived just in time.
So
we're
now.
Not done yet, are we? I forgot.
Yeah, we're not quite done yet, but so now this thing is now blinky saying that I've completed it. I can hit the claim. It will start claiming and eventually give me. Looks like it didn't give me much. It normally gives me a box, I thought.
If it's
it's still taking a while.
Some of them, if it's fleet credits and stuff, it'll just throw it on the left side of your screen. Like it automatically opens the box.
Okay. And there it finally gave me the box. And it's a choice pack. So you get to pick a rep that you need some marks on, and you can get some free marks.
And then that will be reclaimable for all your tunes at the appropriate vendor.
And we should show that before we go. On Federation, it's not far from Admiral Quinn.
Yeah, we can show it. I'm fine with that. We have plenty of time.
And then KDF, it's in the... basically, there is a temporal officer that you need to talk to. That is where the Gamma, Delta, Temporal, KDF recruit account rewards are all claimable.
And he runs. Yeah, I really need to work on this build.
Those look like mirror universe
Oh, look,
ships.
more enemies.
I know that's not an optimal weapon to use, but I so love the singularity projectile on what it does. Bless you.
Sorry. Torpedoes away. Ugh. That's the first thing I'm doing tomorrow is fixing this build.
And there we go. That's the mission.
Congratulations on your recovery of the orb from Gul Kardec.
Not sure
Okay,
there's
so
that you return the orb to the temple in
anything I want on here, but
I'm afraid that we have not. How can I help you?
okay. Now
You have recovered the orb of possibility. How can
one of us should go to Earth, one of us should go to
well, here, I can hop over to Earth onto one of my beds.
I'll transwarp to the first city.
I have someone that's sitting in Seoul already.
And then we can, you want to do the 3, 2, 1 again and go build a rocket?
Sure. All right. So I am at Earth Space Dock. It's not hard to find once you are here. Oh, hey, I still have my backpack from launching rockets on this captain from one time before. Just come into the operations area. When you come around the corner here, right beside Admiral Quinn's office, is Temporal Agent Philip Prey.
Greetings.
Talk to him. It is the what rewards have been unlocked by my other characters, and you notice that we'll say required level 20 plus. Though Jem'Hadar's have an extra stipulation because they already started at level 60, that they have to be level 65 and they have to have 20 hours played. There is a command to check your played time. And here is what? Yeah, I believe it's just /played.
Yeah.
Apparently, I played this character 1 day, 29 minutes, 29 seconds. Wow. But then you have your Delta Recruit on top on all the rewards. There would be stuff here if I had not claimed everything already and unlocked everything. So Nikodas has, like you can see in some of the other ones, I still have a little to go with my Temporal Recruit. My Gamma Recruit, I've don't have anything left, and then I have a few challenges left on my KDF Recruit.
These will be filled up if you're on a fresh character. If you're on your Delta Recruit, then this is only the stuff that character has unlocked. If you are on a character that is not a recruit at all, then anything that you have unlocked on your Delta Recruits will be here. Same with all the rest of them. If you are on that type of recruit, you are going to have to unlock everything for that character on that type of recruit. That's a little confusing. So, like, if you're a Delta Recruit, you don't get the free stuff that your other Delta Recruits have done. Same as Temporal. That's why I only have one of each other than the Deltas. So I only have one Temporal, one Gamma, one Klingon Recruit.
Yeah.
It just simplifies everything. I actually used to have 2 Klingon Recruits, but I deleted one.
I'm the silly person that has one of each type of the Deltas. I know I don't need a KDF Romulan and a Federation Romulan. I do have them, but that's partially it made it easy when I needed to make that graphic that was help showing you why you don't need all 4. You just need 3, and then you're good.
The other one, where's Vitara? There she is. There is a similar. I didn't even show off the Klingon one. I'll have to bounce back real quick. Let me teleport over here. So the Romulan Deltas do have an individual they can go to that does the same sort of thing. And apparently I can't just teleport there. All right.
I'm surprised.
I'm close. It's fine. There it is. Romulan flotilla.
Oh, right. You have to go to the flotilla, not.
Yeah, which is another thing that's a little weird. So the Romulan temporal agent is not on New Romulus. It is at the Romulan flotilla. Why they didn't move it, I don't know. All your other reclaims are on New Romulus, not this one. So they're back with Datan.
Back where the bank, exchange, all of that stuff is.
So you just got to run through here and around the corner. And lo and behold, it's this guy with the exclamation point. Commander Kale. Sub-Commander Kale. This is the same sort of thing. So you go through here and you have all your... Ooh, I have stuff I need to claim on this character. There you go. Apparently I have not played this character, or not brought this character here for a while.
A fast way to get there is to do, for Romulans, you can do a transwarp to New Romulus, and then you can just go into sector space and head over to the flotilla.
That gave me an Admiralty assignment slot, Odo's flagship. So there's some pretty cool stuff you can get by doing the reclaims. All right, let me bounce back over to the Klingon character since I didn't talk about that temporal agent. And then we'll go do the daily. That's where I'm losing my mind. Okay, so the temporal agent for Klingons, they are in the Great Hall. Ambassador Sates is over here, and the temporal agent is right here.
True.
Lieutenant Quan. And it's the same sort of thing. Now, this character is a Delta, so the only thing in here is the officer that I have unlocked. But I can go through my other agents and reclaim a bunch of stuff. Most of it's already been done. That gave me a box. There we go. Marks. My lowest appears to be Iconian. Yep, there we go. All right, so I'm going to switch back to the other character that I've been needing marks on. Fed side, do you mind switching over?
Sure. I mind.
Oh, you're already on. Never mind.
I can go back to a Fed. I hopped on my... I think I hopped on one of my... I don't know. I was on a Romulan.
Well, you were on Earth, right? So
I'm on Earth now, yes.
So you're good. I can toss you in. Are you okay doing the 3, 2, 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Just let me know when we're starting. Yeah.
I'm on the loading screen of death.
Not
there
my fault.
We go. I didn't say it was. All right. Pull up the events. I am ready for the countdown.
Me too.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Waiting.
And for those who are curious, the reason you have to do that is because the game will not let you queue for this TFO as a group.
We will.
Well, that's a good sign. We did that the other day as a 3, 2, 1 go and got a full team. All 5 of us managed to get into the same instance. It was epic.
There you are. You're over there. I'm yellow.
And I'm blue, which matches my uniform color. And you have the Delta by your name. I don't know any of these other people. Nice.
I just launched a rocket.
You win. Yay, we're done. Everybody go home. All right, so This is just for fun, but I feel like talking. So, oh, I can launch a rocket too. So you're going to these little piles of junk. There are 3 things that you need. You need engine parts, stabilizer parts, and hull parts. The bigger the piles give you the highest chance of getting rarer parts. You're either going to get green, which I just did, and I got shocked, so it knocked me out of my cat form. You're either going to get green, blue, or purple. Purple, of course, is the best. Somebody already got purple stabilizers. May that be their only purple.
Engine part. Take it back to your workstation.
I know. That was mean.
How rude.
Typically, the larger piles are farther away from your starting point. Oh, Grebog over there has got purple engines now.
All the better to blow up on the launch pad.
Come on, purple.
I don't think a lot of people know about this pile down here.
And I got green again. Not even blue, really?
Take it back to your workstation. Spiders are
back to my kitty form.
And that is why I some of you noticed I summoned my targs. That is because sometimes you get spiders that climb out of the parts pile, and rather than attacking you, I just let my targs handle it.
Going after my stabilizer. Oh, they got 2 purples. That's not fair. And a blue. They're looking pretty good over there. And I got shocked again. I got 3 greens, and I got shocked again for my trouble. Yeah, I'm not doing very good this time around.
It's fine. We should look into a ground speed build.
You found a stabilizer.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Add it to the list.
And then for things like this, you can go to a ground speed build so you can get by faster. And that would be using things like a motion accelerator, you know.
If we're going to do that, we need to cover it from all 3 classes.
I think Tactical has the best advantage on that, though.
Probably. Because they have, yeah, like you said, motion accelerator and whatnot. But there are tribbles and stuff, too, so we could probably do it on all 3, at least a little bit.
Take it back to your workstation.
The feline token.
Speed builds, while not meta, not great for doing damage and anything like that. If you're doing races, you'll do better.
Kitty. That could probably also work in
Ryza?
Q's Winter Wonderland.
I was thinking Q's Winter Wonderland, Ryza. There are certain times that having boost to your speed might come in beneficial.
I don't know about Ryza, because usually you're on a piece of equipment.
Keep searching. You found a stabilizer part.
There we go. Now I just need a hull. You know, the thing that can contain the explosions before they, like, you know, if you have a weak hull, you just blow up.
It is being really stingy with me. I'm going to have to hope that the minigame can even me out here.
Ishii's already done.
Yeah, I see that. Honestly, that's usually me. Because I always go for the great big piles, so I usually do pretty good, but it's being really stingy today.
Oh, here, let's go to this. There's some big piles over here. Why I'm standing on the pile? Why can I not pick up?
Is it glowing? Did somebody else beat you to it?
It's glowing. It just wasn't popping the message. There we go.
All blue.
Take it back
So
to your
I'm
workstation.
with 15 seconds. I'm just gonna wait for the mini game. Hope I get lucky. Is she Delta?
The collection round is over. It's time.
All right, so
So you're done. Alexander is almost done. Ishii is done. Just me and Jack.
anyone have questions about Delta recruits? Like, you know, if you're listening and you have a question about them, feel free to ask. Or if you have other questions about the game, we can use that as a way to, yeah.
Or if you want us to do a build for you, you can enter the workshop and we'll do a build.
Now, technically, I probably don't need to adjust parts. I do it partially because of, I guess, boredom slash a little of the, I guess, trying to prevent a curse of my rocket blowing up on the launch pad.
I got a total of 4 epic engine parts, but nothing else.
We'll just mount all 4 of them to your rocket.
Oh, the game is being stingy. That's funny. I'll still dance though. It's fine.
I may have to, I'm going to have to edit that out because of YouTube and it's,
yeah. YouTube will yell at you.
We got in trouble once and it's been annoying that, yeah. I'm like, it's part of the game. I can't really do much about it, but whatever. It's fine.
Nice. And there we go. Alrighty. Well, that's going to do it for the show tonight. Monday night, we are doing Fun Night. I will not be here. And then Thursday, Grebog and Tabby are going to do a show solo. I actually work Monday and Thursday this coming week, so I won't be here at all. Unless if I'm low down on the available list and I can log in from work, I will try to do so. No promises, though.
Tabby and I'll have to come up with something to do. I have a theory that we are going to get an announcement next week about a new filler event, probably red alerts.
You could do red alerts again for something easy, or what are those other ones? Let's see, BOF traits. You could
BOF traits was something that we had talked about doing it, and we can cover BOF traits. That is definitely something that needs to we've been wanting to cover. People had some questions about bridge officers and how to try to target traits that you want to get for builds. Yeah. All right. Anything?
I think that's it.
Okay. Well,
so,
then
we're gonna raid somebody, right?
So once we're done here, yes.
So as always, I will leave you guys with the words of the immortal and so stylish Q. See you out there.
And for Tabby, be fun, have safe, and don't set yourselves on fire. And for me, live long and prosper, everybody. Computer, end program.